Greetings, greetings, greetings. So, I am still doing the African Goddess Rising. This is going to be a quick 2-card reading as we're going through these decks. However, it is a timeless read. So, whenever you come across this reading, the messages from these 2 cards are for you because I do believe in the law of attraction. Well, welcome to my channel. My name is Kismet, and my channel is Transcendent Kismet, and I am working my way through my new deck, the African Goddess Rising. It is Black History Month, so I thought I would work my way through all the cards in this deck. Maybe we'll finish in February, maybe we won't. February is the shortest month of the year. So anyway, the cards for today from the African Goddess Rising is Tituba, feeling safe. Okay, and Sowichi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but that's the card, Sowichi. Okay, look at the artwork on these beautiful grounding and feeling safe. Now, this is a progression. So you go from grounding, number 3, to feeling safe, number 4. Now, what stands out for me in Tituba is her journal here. And we're going to read from the book, and with the grounding card, what stands out for me is the sun shining on her, having her back. And the fact that she has all these greens and blues and gold around her. She's grounded. So grounding brings yourself down to practical stuff, brings you down to the earth plane, the 3D dimensional world that we live in. Grounding will lead you to feeling safe. So if you are coming across this read, and for those who are just getting knowledgeable about the deck, when you are grounding, you do something called earthing. You want to connect with the earth. You want to connect with the ground. You want to feel the sun. You want to tune into all 5 of your senses to get grounded and kind of get your energy from a less chaotic sense. But let's read from the book because we're going through the deck and learning the deck. And for those who are tuning in, and that this is a message for you, let's see what the book says for it. So for card number 3, her name is Sowichi. She is the goddess of grounding. She is from South Africa. She's from the temple of the ancestors, and her element is bush, which is the earth. So back to the grounding energy again. It says, you may know great ancestress Sowichi as Sarchi or Sarah Bartman, the woman forced to perform as the Hottentot Venus in 19th century London. But before that, she was Sowichi, a Cohen girl in South Africa who deserved better. Okay? The guidance from Sowichi is to protect your magic. Your heart is your own. Your body is your own. Your mind is yours. Your truth and story are your own. Be rooted in your truth. Create healthy boundaries. Ashe. Okay? Embodiment. Your energy is unsteady. Breathe. Come into the present and say out loud, I am here in this present. Trauma, stress, overwhelming anxiety, fear, they all disconnect you from your body. Grounding keeps you present. When you feel rootless or unsettled, come back to your breath. Meditation and breath work are grounding. Try earthing. I just talked about that. Connecting your feet to soil. Free writing, clapping, stomping, and rubbing your hands together. These are all grounding, bringing you into the present moment. The declaration is, I am firmly planted and deeply rooted. Okay, so her guidance is to get grounded. If your energy is unsteady or chaotic, you're not rooted in your truth. You are not connected into your body. Yes, we all also transcending. I mean, that's my whole goal with my channel and with my path is to help to transcend out of just the 3D. But we do live in the 3D, and it is important to work with that energy, or else we will be too chaotic. We'll be too out there, too woo-woo. And we have to have the balance of both. And we have to have the balance of both to feel safe. So we look at Suichi. So Suichi was a goddess who was forced to perform in, I guess, kind of like a erotic type of dance. I will have to do more research about her, but she was forced to perform in 19th century London and a Hottentot type of a club, which thinks, I guess back then would be kind of like a strip club or something like that. And this is about protecting yourself and getting grounded. So to go from that to feeling safe is very important, because going from grounding will help you to feel safe. Now, Tituba I remember the story of Tituba because Tituba is one of our ancestors who brought magic to the Americas. And a lot of the things that she taught to some of the women that she befriended, she was betrayed during the Salem witch trials. And this is her book. I imagine that this is her grimoire or her spell book. But grounding, when you journal, that's your spell book, because everything you write is a spell. If you're writing a lot of misery, you are casting a spell of misery. If you're writing a lot of your dreams and goals and manifestations and learnings about yourself and observations about life, that's also a spell book. Spells are all the different elements of your life that control your life and cast a sense of power over your life. And we are all empowered over our life, whether we recognize it or not. Okay, so that aside, let's see what Tituba's message is in the book, because Tituba, again, talks about feeling safe. She has her spell book there. Tituba was betrayed, but she has a message for you about that, about setting boundaries. So Tituba, it says here, she's the goddess of feeling safe. She's from Barbados, Guyana, and Salem. Okay, her temple is also the ancestors. Her element is air. Great ancestress Tituba was an enslaved Caribbean woman who was the first person accused in the 1692 Salem witch trials. They betrayed her. Okay, she was most likely kidnapped from the Guyana region in South America and then sold through a Barbados plantation. Okay, so her guidance is, it is finally safe to be you. Once you're grounded and you connect with your own energy, you realize it's finally safe to be you. The embodiment for Tituba is, you deserve to feel secure. Feeling safe is knowing that your basic needs are met. Feeling safe is feeling at home in your body. And feeling safe is trusting your journey. Feeling safe is feeling free around those who love you. And feeling safe is trusting that the sun will rise again. If you grew up emotionally, spiritually, or physically unsafe, reset your default expectations to a healthier vibration. The goddess declaration is, I am safe. It is safe to be safe. So sometimes it's easier said than done to reset your default expectations to a healthier vibration. Sometimes it's easier said than done, because especially if you grew up in an environment where you didn't feel safe, having to unlearn those subconscious messages that you grew up having and grew up thinking and feeling, it's easier said than done. It does take work to do that. And grounding is also doing the psychological work to unlearn false beliefs that basically limit you. They call them limiting beliefs. So the advice for you, and the advice from these cards, I believe, is to work on what limiting beliefs do you have about yourself. And taking the limiting belief, replacing it with a belief that is empowering and a belief that is an affirmation, affirming the truth about who you are, and affirming it even if you don't feel it. So example, let's say you don't feel beautiful, or you don't feel special, or you don't feel intelligent. Okay, maybe you don't feel successful. So to affirm those things, they seem fake and they seem like, you're lying to yourself, or like, this is ridiculous, you may say in the back of your mind. That's your ego holding on to a false story. It's not ridiculous. It's ridiculous because you say it's ridiculous. And that's the only reason why, is if you are wanting to hold on to the other belief, that maybe a limiting belief is saying, I always mess up, I'm so stupid, I'm never going to have change my life, I'm always going to be broke, I'm always going to meet the wrong guy. Those things are limiting beliefs. Even though it seems like you're saying them and that they are the truth, because that's what you've already experienced, they are also beliefs that limit you. Because yeah, we all have experiences that are not the greatest, but that does not have to be your story. It does not have to be your story. You choose your story. You choose to change your story, no matter what you've been through in the past. And that is not just frou-frou. That's a choice that you have to make. And it takes work to rewire the programming in your brain to keep saying and affirming the opposite. That's what affirmations do. They replace the negative, limiting programming in your subconscious with a conscious statement to say, I am beautiful, I am successful, I am brilliant, I am intelligent. You know, the things that you want, and the person you want to be. Affirm those things. And that's a part of grounding. So I just wanted to, go through these cards. So we learned a lot today. We learned about Tituba and Soichi and the messages that those two goddesses have for you today. So Ashe, sending you lots of love and light until we meet again soon. If you like, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, hit the bell notification.